Good morning, everyone. Not much in the UK today, I'll be honest. There's a couple of shorties running, but I'm going to leave the UK alone today. And even Fairview, I find it quite tricky today. So I'm not really playing that much today. There's some really good racing tomorrow, and I've got a few have come through on my tracker already. So I think tomorrow will be a good day. Today's going to be short and sweet. But I will go through the card pretty quickly. I've made some notes, and we can see how we go. We start off in the 11:35. Yeah, we've got Lasata coming from the Cape to run and make its debut in Port Elizabeth. Bailefeld for Vaughan Marshall, always a very, very strong combination. Here's the thing, I mean, I don't want to take anything away from this horse, but do you really want to be taking odds on about a horse that's frankly run 8 times and has run second or third 5 of those 8 times, you know? And this gelding was banging on the door in Kenilworth, so they've obviously brought it here where it's going to be a little bit easier. They've put the blinkers on, but it's had blinkers before. And its actual form in the Cape isn't that bad. There's been winners out of the races and so on and so forth. Just might be a horse that doesn't like to put its head in front, maybe? I don't know. I certainly wouldn't be taking odds on about this horse. It can win. It can win very easily, but I wouldn't be taking odds on about this horse. I just... There's something about the way it's run that I don't fancy. It was... in its last 7 starts, it's been 2-1, 16-10, 6-1, 5-1, 9-2, 7-1, 4-1. I mean, it's been there or thereabouts, this horse. It's knocked on the door. It's run second, third. I mean, I can't take 8-10 about this horse. So if you're really going to play, the obvious one to go with is Mark the Dorman. Agreda rides this for the Bremner Yard. Has had 3 starts in Fairview since relocating from the Species Yard. 3 good starts. Obviously at a much lower level on form, at a much lower level than Lasata. But I'd rather have each ways on this thing at about 5-1, bet to nothing, than back Lasata. And that, I'm sticking by that. Okay, in the 12:10, I've spent quite a bit of time on race 1. In the 12:10, the second race of the day, Merrill is 4-5. Looking to rack up a hat-trick of wins. Again, Port Elizabeth Racing, 4-5. These fields are very competitive, and week in, week out, we see the wrong ones winning from the Fairview, for example. I'm not saying there's anything untoward with it. I'm just saying you see it all the time. And again, I wouldn't be taking 4-10 about this horse at all. In the third race, Calandra, around about the 6-4 mark. I have had a bet in this race, and that is my only bet in the whole world today. And that's Fashion Force. Gareth Wright rides this for Gavin Smith out of Stallgate number 4. Pretty good draw. It's a horse that I have backed before, but I think today again, it's got a little bit going for it, and the mile will suit it. It ran a good race behind Blushing Bride last time out. I know that that Calandra ran in the same race, but I just think that Fashion Force has got a little bit of a better draw today. And if you look at Fashion Force last time, it was drawn in 12, and it was beaten 1.75 lengths, whereas Calandra had a better draw last time out, and it only beat Fashion Force by length and a bit. Now the draws are reversed, so I've got to believe I'd rather take Fashion Force on at 5-1. So that's my only bet in the world today. I've backed Fashion Force each way in the third race at Fairview. Fourth race, Rockalo was impressive on debut. I'd probably take a few swingers with Finley Hill or reverse forecast, that kind of thing. Probably a 2-horse race there. And the 2 o'clock didn't really have a view. We've got Madam Speaker running again today. A nice race this. I'll definitely give March Music a big shout. And obviously, I'll give Via Seattle a big shout. I don't think you have to go more than that in your exotic bets for the South African punters out there. I think Madam Speaker, March Music, and Via Seattle will be enough over there. In the 310, again, I this quite as an open race. I don't back Jackson, so anything but Jackson, I leave it alone. It's just my thing, you know. Some people don't eat raisins. I don't back Jacksons. And so far, so good, I must say. So I've got this as a pretty open race. And then in the 345, we've got Self-Assured, Richard Fourie and Yvette Bremer looking to close out the meeting. And I haven't backed this horse, but I think it's a big runner today. The stable is really, really banging in the winners. Richard is riding a lot of winners. And you might want to have a few pound on this one. So if I was in a chasing position towards the end of the day, I might back Self-Assured. I haven't backed it yet, but I would think that would be the next best bet on the card. Fashion in the third race, Fashion Force for me. That's my each way bet, and my best bet on the card. My only bet in the world today is Fashion Force, and my next bet would be in the last, Self-Assured. And that's it for the day. Have a good one.